George W. Bush made his second official trip to the scenic city today, but his first with the title of president. We've got full team coverage for you tonight on the presidential visit, including Joe Legee on the health plan he came here to pitch. Rebecca Cruz talks to protesters and supporters who lined the streets today downtown. And then Kristen Johnston gets to the other side from a Democratic lawmaker also touring the Tennessee Valley today. But we are going to begin with an overview of the president's time here. Of course, these are tough days for President Bush in Washington, but you couldn't tell that by his trip to Chattanooga today. In fact, he seemed to have a good time. WDEF News 12's Bill Mitchell kicks off our team coverage tonight live from Erlanger.
Well, John, this is not unlike many presidential visits, especially when the president goes out to take his case right straight to the public. And this one was a very important political day for him. He got that accomplished. But I got to tell you, it doesn't mean that the chief executive cannot have a good time doing it. So today, Chattanoogans got a real close look at everything that goes along with a presidential visit.
Air Force One arrived at 11:03 at Chattanooga Metro Airport. Local and state political leaders waited on the tarmac to greet the president, including both U.S. Senators, Congressman Zach Wamp, and from Nashville, Governor Phil Bredesen and Lieutenant Governor Ron Ramsey. Then the president's tight schedule took over. First, he found Debbie Chadwick, who was born with Down syndrome, but who has not let that stop her from spending 10 years helping others at Life Care Center of Missionary Ridge. She received the USA Freedom Corps Greeter Award. It had a chance to fulfill a goal of getting kissed by a president.
Kiss you right here. Right there.
Right there. Are you ever going to wash that cheek?
The motorcade moved quickly to Erlanger Medical Center, where he took a fast 20-minute tour of the trauma center of our area and got a look at some state-of-the-art equipment used to save stroke victims. This one breaks up clots, and a robot-assisted surgical system called Da Vinci. But giving real meaning to the phrase whirlwind tour, the president rushed to the Trade Center for a roundtable discussion, the centerpiece of his visit. Some Chattanoogans got a quick glimpse of the chief executive on the way, and some waited patiently to show him that not everyone agrees with his ideas. The roundtable discussion highlighted Mr. Bush's plan to deal with medical insurance, and it took up most of an hour. It was not without its lighter moments.
You don't look a day over 34.
Most people say 22, but thanks.
That's right, well.
The president even took the opportunity to go after Congressman Zach Wamp.
And finally, the United States Congressman, all he talks about is Chattown every time I see him. So you remember Chattanooga now, Mr. President.
That would have made a full day, but the president also stopped off for barbecue at Porker's downtown.
The president was very down to earth, and if you wanted to know what he ate, he had the rib plate and some banana pudding afterwards, but very congenial.
Well, the president seemed to be in absolutely no hurry to leave Chattanooga today. In fact, Air Force One was a full hour late getting back into Andrews Air Force Base, John.